But mainly, what I was curious about, and I appreciate your time. I know you're getting ready to go out to California.
Yes.
The Jimmy Kimmel show.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is that tomorrow?
I'm leaving at 2 o'clock and flying out there to North Carolina and then shooting across to Los Angeles.
Wow.
I should land there probably around 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night.
That's exciting.
Yeah, the first time for everything.
I've been to San Francisco, but it was for about 3 or 4 days. But that's my only trip.
I just hope the East Coast don't fall off while I'm there.
Well, what bothered me the most, and the reason I asked for the interview, was that people were trying to show you in a light that was, they always, it's like they have this stereotype of people from Tennessee. And I'm a Tennessean. I live here in basically the same area as you. And I want people to see the honest, that you're honest and sincere, and you're not, they're trying to make you out to be, some you call yourself radical, but
well, most of them, a lot of people on the internet says I'm a retarded, the word they say. And that guy's nuts.
Well,
I don't classify myself as being on any of that.
Yeah, I sympathize because I have a hard time. I had a hearing deficiency when I was little. I still do, and so it causes me to say certain words. I have to really make an effort. So I think a lot of this is just people not understanding.
Yeah, well, in my speaking form is that in this state, actually the country, there's no dental on our insurance plans, and they rather just pull your teeth versus fixing them.
Yeah.
And so actually, I only got 3 teeth left.
Well,
and
you can see all mine are all like screwed up too.
And,
so
that'd be one of my main causes when you citizens put me in the office of governor of Tennessee. But it's hard to pronounce the phonics like and without no T.
Right.
And that's also the reason why that phonics sound is why people can't read. And actually, that's probably one of the reasons I have a hard time spelling. I wear my spell check out on a regular basis.
I do too, yeah.
So for those people out there who say, well, what about your spelling or your run-on sentences? Well, of course. I took English 3 times in college and just barely passed. But it's not really all our fault. It's our education process. Even in the 60s, 60s, and 70s, when I went to school, they probably didn't teach me right, or maybe I didn't want to be taught right because the principal didn't have any jurisdiction over me. I told him what to do. Now, in the education department, if the principals had more authority, because the parents don't have it, maybe we would have higher grades.
Well, let me ask you this. Some of the things I was curious about as far as your stance on certain issues was like, say, taxation. Like, do you believe in the fair tax or flat tax, or where do you stand on tax, the IRS and all that?
Well, I can only, when I talk about federal tax, I can only remember when I was looking for a Supreme Court ruling that I can use in my federal court case and my state cases where I'm asking to stop traffic stop. It says up there in that one case, I think it was in the 10th Circuit Court, it says people paying federal taxes violate the Constitution, and only people that do pay taxes would be the ones that work in other countries and people that come from other countries to here. So I'd be so crazy to tell you that I'm for taxes. Who's for taxes?
Oh, no, I was just wondering
but
if
I know the government needs money to run with, so I would have to go more to a fair tax probably, because everyone is then sort of tied in on a fair tax, versus some people don't work, they're on food stamps and they don't pay no high taxes, everybody else does. So yeah, I probably look for a fair tax in some form. But I'm also running for Congress, so I look that way as Congress. But in the state of Tennessee now, taxes, I really don't know what's going to happen in Tennessee if you put me in election of governor. because I'm going to take a locomotive, the power of a locomotive, and I'm going to drive it right through the budget, and I'm going to clean out the back room of backdoor politics, because there's so much waste, and hire my friends and put my neighbors in here.
Right.
So all that, 10 to 1, I'm going to probably sort of like, let me say, I'll close down Nashville and run on a very shoestring budget.
Right.
And I'll take one department out of at the same time. Now, I know the traffic stop judges in the judicial system is going to lose $86 million if I take office, because I can't allow them anymore to overrule the Supreme Court or higher courts of the land and correct and find people guilty and take this money to balance the budget. So once we do, but on the other hand, they take approximately $28 million to make that $8 million. So if I lose the $8 million, I still probably, I probably have $19 million left or $17 million left.
Yeah.
I don't have a calculator in front of me, so and that would be a great saving.
Right. Now, see, these are the types of issues that, we're not seeing people feature you on YouTube. We're seeing them, and that's what I'm interested in. Are the issues, like, say, the health care. I mean, personally, I'm not for the federal government running our health care, but what do you think?
Okay, in my point of view, I believe it has to be some,
right?
Not necessarily the government, where we would group the people in just say, for instance, 100,000 groups. Okay, then we'll take those groups and we'll say, okay, insurance company, I want you to seal bid me health insurance that the U.S. Senate and the congressmen have. They have the best insurance, besides maybe the veterans. The veterans pretty good too. And whatever it is.
You're a vet, right?
Yes, I'm a Fourth Recon Marine vet. I'm in court right now to prove that I'm a Marine for life and not a vet, and I deserve to get paid.
Huh.
And,
well, we appreciate your service to our country.
Well, I've been working the last 7 years for free, trying to keep citizens from going in jail from false arrest and slavery. But I have the health care part.
Right.
Okay, so the health care part, I would probably, I have a health care plan up on my website. And basically what I'm planning to do is I want to cancel anything in the state that has health written to it, like workers' comp, car insurance, and then take all that, and these employers will pay for, like when we do that seal bidding and we get the lowest seal bid, well then we divide that into 100,000 people, and you come down to a bottom line figure per person,
right?
And the employer would pay it, or the citizen. Now, when they do that, I would send them a Tennessee gift from a Tennessee manufacturer. Okay, and then I buy millions of them, so I can get a $100 item for probably $25, $30.
Right.
And then I'll send them out to everyone that pays for their own thing. That way we have health care, and we pay for it by giving gifts and creating jobs at the same time. Because if I'm giving 1 million gifts out, there'll be a lot of people out there that need jobs to make.
When you say gifts, what do you mean?
Anything. It could be like if a person paid their payment for say 3 months, they may end up with a refrigerator.
Oh, I see. Oh, like an incentive program.
And then if they, basically, yeah.
Huh.
And, so meanwhile, everybody would be covered. And I also include dental, because I can't. If I was governor, I couldn't allow my people to pay insurance and get their toe smashed by a filing cabinet when you tip it forward and the door comes forward and bam on the ground. They'll charge you $2,500 to fix that toe.
Wow.
But hey, 10 minutes later, man, you got the major toothache you ever had in your life.
Right.
Try to get a pain pill for it.